it's doing the business. Talk us through what you love about it, the reasons you didn't want to change it. What's so good about this swing? We'll step back a bit and give you some room.
Probably the first reason that I didn't want to change, I liked his rhythm. I liked the way he actually has his preset. He didn't have as much of a trigger that he has now, but he still had a little trigger. I love that his foot came up like Nicklaus, like all the old greats. His lead knee came out, his right leg straight, and he has a huge turn. That was huge for me. I also liked when he got into the ground immediately, and he started to extend a little early when we first started, hit big sling and draws, but as it came on, we started working rotation, and the more he rotated, the more he got control of his golf ball. So that's where we started with.
Let's have a look at it. Have a little peek at it. So what are the big things you watch for now when you see him swing?
First off, we make sure he's finishing his turn, because sometimes he doesn't finish his turn, so we get him a bigger hip turn, and that gets him a bigger shoulder turn. From there, he doesn't want to come out of the shot. He can stay in it and continue to turn. I think that's the biggest thing for anybody. They don't finish their turn, so they want to slide or stand up or pull their arms down. For him, he's got a huge turn. When he gets his huge turn, he can just get in the ground and just turn, and that's why he's got so much speed too. So from there, it's just basically rotating out of the way. That's what we look for most, alignment. Making sure sometimes his grip gets a little weak, we get his grip a little stronger, his face a little better so he can continue to turn. Besides that, it's rotation drills, rotation, getting the eyeballs out, getting the chest out, getting the hips out, just, no throw drills, a lot of different things we've done over the years to try and get him to open up. But since, once he got really, really good, it was more controlling, crossing pins, not actually crossing pins, distance control, wedges, stuff like that, to make him a better player.
All right, Matt, let's have a little look at it again. And, the stuff that you work on with George, how easy does it feel for you to apply? I mean, is it something that, do you feel like the changes you've made with George over the years have been so subtle and simple for you to do?
Yeah, pretty much everything we do is if he says it doesn't feel good, we kind of work with it for a little bit to make sure it does, and then we incorporate that in the swing. So he's never going to tell me to do something that I'm like, I don't like the feel of this, or I don't like, it's all based on my feel and what I think. And that's why we work so well together, is because we talk about it and make sure that everything in my swing and everything that I do is nothing that, is unorthodox to my feeling or anything like that.
He'll tell me immediately if he doesn't like it. Like right now, he just said, I'm perfect right now. I'm hitting it good. So even if it's a little alignment, when he's good, he's good. I just don't say anything. And that's when he's not saying, when he tells me not, that's my favorite thing to hear.
One of the things I love about you, George, we're going to watch it one more here, Matt, and we're going to let you get back on with your practice. But one of the things I love about what you do with your coaching as well is that you take what the guy has and find a way to make it better rather than teaching a theory. Where did your understanding of the golf swing come from? Because you're like the dude coach that everyone follows on Instagram as well. I mean, where did that come from?
I think it just came from, learning from other players, learning what I think works right. Not thinking that, keeping it perfectly on plane is perfect. Certain things like, rotation, you could keep the right leg flexed, face open, weird setup, all the stuff that the old timers didn't do. I went back more into that, and that's what a lot of Matt did naturally. So where I learned is watching a lot of the old timers. I wondered why all these guys from the old time would actually rotate so well through the ball, and it had a lot to do with their setups, how they actually rounded their back rather than having a stiff back, how much they turned in the backswing allowed them to actually get in the ground, use the ground for speed, and then actually continue to turn through the shots was where I learned a lot from, is just watching guys who were really consistent, had a lot of rotation. And so that's where I base a lot of things on, is just getting the shaft to lay down naturally with a bigger turn. And then from there, it's just getting out of the way. And from there, you create ball patterns and a one-way miss, and you're good. And that one-way miss could be anything, right to left, left to right. It's up to them.
Brilliant. Awesome stuff. Right, we're going to see one more, and then we'll let you go.
So some of the things that we've just been working on is, like you said, the hip turn. So on my backswing, I used to just, because I lift my foot, some people might think I have a hip turn, but it's actually getting that belt loop back here. And from this spot, I can do anything with my swing. I can control whatever ball I want, high, low, draw, fade, anything like that. So we just work on that, and then, so I get the hip turn back, and then from here, just make sure to use the ground. So squat into the ground a little bit, get this width, and then from here, I just need to make sure to up and rotate and get through the shot.
That's the power and the money right there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
It's easy.
Wow.
And his grip is better now.
And his grip
Show me your old grip for a week.
Guys, we're gonna leave you to it. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty perfect from where we're standing. Keep up the great work. Thanks for your time, George.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no problem. Thanks for having me.
Don't forget that.